That's right. I'm actually in Boardman. This is Route 224. I'm literally right in front of the Boardman Plaza, and the road is pretty much just totally shut down. There's just been extremely heavy rain for about 2 hours now, and pretty much the entire road is shut down. There are a number of cars that are actually stuck in the road, and they're trying to figure out a way to get them out. People with four-wheel drive vehicles seem to be doing okay, but other than that, there seems to be a problem. Let me move out of the way here, and maybe we can look a little bit further down 224. We're going to have to move the camera up just a little bit. Hang in there with us here. And we're going to look down 224. The water literally coming all the way up to me as cars drive through, and I am well back in a parking lot. You're looking west on 224, right in front of the Boardman Plaza. The Save-A-Lots across the street, and you can see one car is actually stuck in the water there on the right. There looks to be a Jeep and another type of four-wheel drive vehicle. They're moving their ways through. Here comes a semi off to my left here. He is working his way along 224. You can see the water all the way up into the parking lot. I mean, at one point, we had to move our SUV that we were driving in back to higher ground to make sure we stayed out of this. We've seen a number of emergency vehicles drive through here just within the last 10 minutes. And as I look east up 224 towards St. Charles Church, I can see another emergency vehicle coming through here at the moment. Here's a fire truck now just beginning to respond here. We haven't seen any rescues yet. I don't know how everybody is doing in this. We're going to see where this fire truck goes. Well, he's going to turn down Locust. That looks to be where he's going right now. This is I'm at the corner of Locust and Route 224, and that's where the problem is. This fire truck seems to be going up Locust. I don't know what's going on up there, but there must be a problem down Locust as you work your way back to the north of the Boardman Plaza. But anyway, this is where we're at right now. Let me kind of regroup again. I'm at Route 224, right across from the Boardman Plaza, and it is totally underwater. I mean, as I look across over to the plaza itself, the water pretty much it's literally all the way up to the buildings themselves. There are vehicles that are stuck in the parking lot there. They're not going to be going anywhere for a while. As I look a little bit further west, and I'm going further down toward the Rite Aid and Glenwood Avenue, it looks like some of those cars are out of water. So the worst of it seems to be right where we are at right now, pretty much right at the bottom of the hill as you come off of Market Street heading west toward Canfield. There is just really one car stuck at the moment. Let me walk down here. There's thunder over my head, and I can see one car stuck right there, and it looks as if people have stopped trying to come through. That's the first time I've seen that in the 25 or 30 minutes that I have been here. Here comes a car right now. Oh, no, don't go out there. I think he's going to decide not to. There's a car just creeping up there. Master Parks Martial Arts is right next to us. Thought maybe he was going to drive out there, and he thought about a better idea and decided not to. But it is still raining, which is the other thing. And it's still coming. Here comes a SUV going to try to make it, well, decided maybe not to. Here comes one that's trying to make its way through there. We'll see what happens to him as he's trying to get through there. You can see the water all the way up, pretty much right to the doors itself. Oh, not a good idea. We'll see where she's going to go there. It only gets deeper as you get yourself down in there. The car seems to be moving okay, but she's getting into some high water there, pretty much right up to the bumper. You can see just how it is. She's going to have to move around the car that is flooded there. But anyway, okay, so now it's starting to rain even heavier. Starting to come down even heavier. It did let up there for just a minute, but now it has started to come down again very, very heavy. Behind me, I'm seeing cars turn around, and they seem to be going the other way at this point.
And Stan, if you can hear me too, I know
here comes an
this
SUV
same
through.
area.
So I mean, the whole.
This same area you had covered flooding in this same vicinity, major flooding, just last year.
Oh yeah, this is a whole area of floods. What looks as if the fire chief just pulled up here, and I think they're actually going to shut the road down. So here we are right now. There seems to be a unit with the Boardman Fire Department, and it looks as if he is not going to let anyone through at this point. So it took a minute, but they eventually got somebody here, and it looks as if they are going to shut the road down. So at least westbound, you're not going to be able to get through. Eastbound, we're still seeing a car or two. Here comes a pickup truck that is driving through at the moment. Look at it, right in the middle of the road, there's a plastic barrier that I think worked its way over from the Boardman Plaza, and it is now in the middle of the road, just floating along with the water itself. I mean, I'm standing in a parking lot, and the water, if I walked off this ledge that I'm on right now, you can see just how high the water is. You can't even tell where the road is, where the road it begins and where it ends. Our SUV is parked in a dry spot, but I'm not 100% sure how we're going to get out of here. I think we're pretty much surrounded by water right now, and I don't think there's any way of getting out of here at the moment. That's pretty much it for here for now. We're not going to be able to go anywhere, so we're going to stay here for a little bit. But Ryan, I'll toss it back to you. We'll kind of regroup here and see what's going on. We're not going anywhere. I don't think we could get out of here even if we wanted to right now.
Are you able
Boardman,
to see?
Stan Boney, WKBN 27 First News.
Are you able to see out there, Stan, looking across the way to the parking lot,
Maybe.
how high some of the water is up to some of those cars? Are we seeing it over some of the tires?
Oh, jeez. It got to be. No, it looks like half the tires are flooded at that point. The road itself, but as the one truck came through, the lady had the SUV, it was up to her bumper. So I would say it's probably 4 feet, right at the peak. Some of the cars aren't totally under. Looks like half the tires are underwater. But that looks to be what it is from the cars in the Boardman Plaza parking lot.
And I was going to say, oh, well, there goes a little, I guess someone trying to make some good out of a bad situation there with that little speedboat. Are you able to see I know you said the water up to some of the businesses. Does it look like people are coming out of some of them as well? Perhaps those businesses are taking in the water?
No, I haven't seen anybody come out of those businesses at all. I haven't seen one person. Well, okay, I guess over by House of China. They are over there. The people have come out. They're sitting right in the front. Here comes an ambulance crew coming up 224. I'm not quite so sure where they're going, but eastbound it continues to be open. Here comes an SUV right behind that ambulance. So there are vehicles that are working their way through the water. The one continues to be stuck out there, and it looks as if there's another car that's thinking about going, but is hesitant to move into that flooded water, which probably at this point would not be a good idea.
All right. Well, Stan, thank you for that report, and we'll check back in with you. Stay safe out there. Hopefully you guys can find a way out as well. And let's, if we can, jump back into radar, because right now where Stan is located, we have that marked on radar here with an arrow, and you're about to take on another round of torrential rainfall coming in right now. This is really not good news for this portion of Boardman, that area prone to flooding, as we had just had that move through and take place last year, and now again another round of heavy rain pushing into this same area. I want to